This is the United States Military Academy. This is Army West Point Athletics on YouTube. This evening on Night Vision, the Black Knights men's rugby team hosts the Running Eagles of Life University. Good evening, everybody. I'm Nikolai Busko. Welcome to Anderson Rugby Complex. Have we got an old-time rugby matchup for you? Army taking on Life, and these teams have seen each other quite a bit lately. In the last three meetings, we've seen a little bit of everything. Army last year in April at West Point, defeating Life 39-18 in a D1A quarterfinal. March of last year, Marietta, Army beat Life 14-10. And in May of 2021 in New Orleans, Life defeated Army in the CRC 7 semifinal, 38-19. You see that Army is coming off of a tough loss against Kutztown. They're hoping for better days with their best rugby potentially ahead of them. As for Kutztown, they had an easy victory last time out. We'll get into the particulars as this game goes on. Kick time temperature here at West Point is 66 degrees as the Black Knights will try to push forward to get things underway here. Cannot ask for better weather for anything that involves being outdoors. This has been a remarkable weekend as the Black Knights will kick it away. And Trent Panther will just let it bounce. It'll be taken now by Bradley Crane for Life. He's wrapped up at around the 10. So Life just trying to find their game right now as Army will continue to... No, wait a second. This one is going to go against Army. Not releasing. So Army must back off. Army's trying to find its game ahead of its most meaningful games. They dropped a 27-7 decision at Kutztown last week to fall to 2-2-1 this season and 1-2 on the road. Nathan Gould scored 13 minutes into the game to give Army a 7-0 lead, but KU answered quickly with 2 tries to take a 10-7 lead at halftime. In a similar way, KU opened a second half with 2 tries, take a comfortable 22-7 lead. So after Life tonight, and Life's got a line out here, as the referee is just directing traffic right now. After Life, Army plays Air Force next Friday at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. And then Navy comes to West Point the following Friday to end the semester. The Black Knights are hoping to find their game in short order by the high standards set with a national championship run a couple of years ago. Some would say that those standards have not been met this season so far. As this is shifted now. Zamamani tried to go through for Life, could not. And so Sapodian tries to put it back. Hanging around to 22, Life. Very, very quick with their distribution. And getting tackled there is Bollinger. Getting taken down is Elias Garza for Life. As Army hitting anything in a green jersey right now. They will do so because this is not a green beret color. It's a nice lime neon that Life has. Swung back on the far side as the Running Eagles think they have a score here. It's not, no, just short of the try line. They thought they had it, and suddenly they didn't. As the Black Knights now try to push back here. Not yet. No simply means not yet for Life. As the pushing continues, the man in blue does not give a signal yet. Life is knocking on the door. They've said everything but trick or treat so far. Barreling through. Nothing yet. Army doing a great job, but it can't keep this up forever. The pushback continues. And now Life finally scores. So Life gets on the board inside 4 minutes.
There's a good work out there. Let's go.
Come on, keep on doing it.
Attempted conversion here for Life will be Bradley Crane, who had a solid match last time out as Life took care of business, defeating Queens of Charlotte home 63-10 to go to 3-1 on the season. By reference, Army only beat Queens 26-7. As Queens led 3-0 before the running Eagles started rolling, led 42-10 at halftime. So Crane puts Life in front 7-0. In reference to last week's big win against Queens of Charlotte, Ishmael Safodian scored 3 tries. Adam Chadwick and Bradley Crane each had 2. And by the way, Life is going to host Mount St. Mary College of Newburgh, of all places. You wouldn't expect necessarily them to have a rugby team. Well, the Mount is going to come to Life next Saturday to end the semester. Life's had a pretty good calendar year. In April, they lost to Lindenwood in the quarterfinals of the D1A playoffs, and in May, Life did not lose a sevens game at the CRAA National Championships in Houston. So they've certainly played very, very strong at the end. Good distribution involved. Safodian again for Life. As the running Eagles just maintaining possession here. If you do all the little things, big things will happen, and so far they've been able to do that. This one, those kicked nice and high. It might have been Matthew Carrion that had the try, by the way, for Life. As so, the running Eagles maintaining a 7-0 lead here, just trying to build on good things here. Army again, the 2 big games that matter the most outside of a national championship game are upcoming. Army West Point's top priority is to develop leaders prepared to fight win a nation's battles. As the world's preeminent leadership institution, the Academy focuses on producing people who exude trust, accountability, passion, integrity, and empathy. To learn more, visit GoArmyWestPoint.com. And the referee is not pleased with what he's seen. Based on the reaction down below, it would appear that Life is more at fault than Army right now, and the referee is trying to be patient with the front rows. When you are an official in the sport, even at the highest level, you sometimes feel like you're more of a classroom instructor than an official. The Glee Club still has a lot of energy even after today's football game. That's good. Life is driving Army back. And so the running Eagles will go to work here. Nice quickness as it came to Rodriguez, who's trying to drive through, but he's held up in part by Gould for Army. Now trying to shift through is Pantor for Life. He gets wrestled down. And so far, the running Eagles have been very good with their passing game. And we've got a whistle here. Looks like not releasing against Army, so they've been penalized here. And it does look like Crane wants a tee to put Life in front 10-0 early. This is not a gimme by any stretch. So far, Life have had all the possession. And they might have worn Army down a little bit on that elongated possession down near the in-goal area where they finally scored. Bradley Crane gets ready to let this one fly. Penalty kick is 3 points, like a field goal in American football. Think he had one blade of grass to test the wind. He's being very scientific. He's able to tune out the human seagull. Crane has 5 points off the hop, and Life leads Army inside of 10 minutes, 10-0. You can use Twitter to keep up with the latest information about the Army West Point men's rugby team. The handle is Army WP_MRugby. Again, Army WP_MRugby on Twitter. Goes without saying, Army needs possession. They need something to stop the bleeding here. Life has had the ball pretty much the entirety of the match so far. Good coverage here. It's having to go back and get it is Pantor. And he has to go backwards further. But now ultimately comes to Kralic, who is able to drive forward a little bit beyond the 22. Life will play field position as it's Crane getting it away. And this one's going to all the way back to Johnny Haley. He thinks about returning fire. Now he will. Army get back on side as Crane's got it. He doesn't want it. And right now we're playing ping pong. Haley is going to let this one get by. The ball has a mind of its own right now and can't make it up. As Haley lets this one fly, I don't think he was aiming for me, but it'll land in the front row. And right now, it wouldn't be untrue to say that Life has Army on the run a bit right now. Line out coming up here for the running Eagles. Looks like Adam Chadwick tossing it back in. Nice strong line out as Life has a quickness to it. But this one is spilled, but because it was backwards, not a knock-on. Play continues. Remember the last time we had a team on post with this much quickness? I think back to Trinity Dublin, who was here, feels like a lifetime ago now, since that was at Shea, and all the thunder and lightning stuff, and a knock-on finally whistled against Life. It's quite clear the running Eagles have come to town prepared. Army will have a scrum coming up. Army West Point Director of Athletics Mike Buddy's announced a strategic plan called Fruits of Victory. This plan seeks to provide cadet athletes the opportunity to succeed as students and as athletes while molding them into exceptional leaders and officers in the U.S. Army. For more information on the Fruits of Victory, please visit GoArmyWestPoint.com. The singing continues, but can Army find a break here with possession? They've yet to have it in the attacking half. But now, a good pass, a good series. It comes to Oglesby. Oglesby is taken down by the knees. Good tackle there by Vassell. As the Black Knights have the tanks out of the ditch now. The driving continues as Army. Again, this is not football. There's no fourth down. Goal. And they're calling for a high tackle, Army, but they don't get it. Haley will pooch it. It takes a bounce. Live ball. Army continues with possession. Yes, you can do that. This is what makes the game so fun. Man just tries to go forward, but he can't. And we've got a whistle. And now Life must back off. Somebody might have come in from the side. So Army with an opportunity here. About, well, inside 10 meters away. And it looks like they will attempt what I would call a CFL field goal because it's going to be under 10 yards away. It all counts the same. 3 for a penalty kick. So right now you just want to get points on the board. Johnny Haley will come in and take care of this. In many ways, he only has one job, but he offers more than just kicking. A lot of hustle for Army. He gets out the loft wedge and puts the golf ball over the neighbor's fence. Army is on the board. But I'm under the impression they've got a lot of work to do right now. They're only down by 7. Life has had the lion's share of possession so far tonight. Sometimes if you're in this close and you stare at the sticks too much, they can play tricks on you. If you've ever seen a rugby penalty shootout at the end of a game that is still tied after extra time, you know exactly what I mean. Army will maintain possession here as they continue to just try to push forward. There's still a long, long ways to go here. Again, Army has Air Force next week, Navy here the following week. And then that's the end of the semester. Those are the games that matter so much. Charge down. Can Army recover? Yes, they do. Life was ready for that attack. Right now, the Black Knights just trying to find their feet as Life, very, very strong, off the ruck here. $15 and a half in. Carrion, we think, got the try for Life. Crane has 5 points with his feet. And the wind might hang this up a little bit. It is a live ball. Takes an Army bounce, and they'll get it back. The ball finding favor of the home team right now is underneath there was Gould. Haley, double clutches, able to get it out to the near side anyway. And we've got a whistle. Looks like it was knocked ahead. Thought the pass to DeFreitas was good. The handle might not have been. So the Black Knights are definitely in for a struggle with Life at the moment. You can still buy tickets for Army football's final 2 home games of the season. Group sales and premium tailgates too. For more information, visit GoArmyWestPoint.com/tickets. To learn more about game day activities at Mikey Stadium, visit ArmyGameDay.com. That's the loudest the Glee Club has been all night. They put the coin into the slot to activate the mechanical bull. Safodian does a good job. Gets it out quickly as trying to lurch forward his Vassal. Shifted well by Crane. And this one is blocked. Life trying to sneak it over, but Army was ready. Important right now that Army is not so overly aggressive on defense that they give something away. It looks like that might have been a forward pass or a knock-on. Knock-on is the call. Army will set things up here just shy of their own 10. So what did Matt Sherman, Army's head coach, say before this game? He said, we're looking forward to getting back on the field despite a poor performance in our last outing. We're full of belief that our best is both in front of us and better than we've shown to date, and also full of urgency and desire to put forward that performance against a formidable foe that require it Saturday night. We mentioned that Life had an easy victory over Queens of Charlotte. Director of Men's Rugby Blake Bradford said despite the positive results, there's still some good lessons for us to take away from the game, and we look forward to getting back to work. We have a massive challenge ahead of us, and we will need to be at our best. You may recall that the hockey team at West Point just went to North Dakota as part of the icebreaker, and I've said that I don't think any NCAA institution depends more on the success of its men's hockey program than North Dakota does. Life is not an NCAA member. They're NAIA, but I still don't think any institution of higher learning depends more on the success of its rugby programs than Life does. It is certainly a lifestyle, and they've shown it well here, and it was just a great experience. Wait a second. He's got to come back. No, he can't hang on to the ball like that forever. And it looks like Crane is getting another chance here. So Bradley Crane has 5 points with his feet already tonight. I'll finish my point about Life and what he discovered in Houston during the championships in May after this gets done here with Crane. This one's a bit of a ways away, isn't it? Not from Guam, but maybe Alaska. Riley Crane. I'll borrow some English units for a minute and say that was well over 40 yards away. He's good. He now has 8 points on the night, and Life is back up in front by 10 over Army.
Let's go, Ricky.
Let's go, Black! Right now!
So Army's back to the drawing board here. Okay, so what I learned about Life when I went down to Houston for the championships, and yes, Army sent both of its sevens teams there as well, is how much they truly love this sport. As that's a jump ball if we ever saw one. Oglesby's going to pick this one up for Army and shift it back down to Moscone, who's able to get it away. As diving on this one will be Crane to just smother it and prevent Army from getting an easy try. It'll be booted away again. And a slip at midfield. And what's the official call going to be here? It looks like Army's been penalized. I apologize. I did not see the signal from the referee about a penalty there, but looks like offside, somebody is saying, which I think on some level would make sense. As Life will kick this one at a touch and get back to work here. Both of Life's sevens teams won the whole thing in Houston. And that rugby community within the school is as tight as I've ever seen it. The cadets who are part of the rugby teams here are very close. And all 4,400 cadets are pretty close because you very rarely find someone who is here who said, this was not my first choice. You're not going to find people who say that West Point is your safety school. But to be around these young people from Life who truly enjoy the game, that was a blessing in many ways as that tournament came to an end. Comes to Hupsch, who tries to push forward. Comes down for Garza, who had some good touches. And we've got a whistle here. And it might have been not releasing against Life. So Army will get another chance here. And it looks like the referee says time off as somebody needs some attention. Not sure it's the funny bone. But someone for Army is getting attention right now as we have 17 and a half left here in the opening half. Looks like it's Nate Gould, who's been in the middle of everything, as he normally is for Army, every single time he plays. Cannot thank the athletic trainers enough, especially in light of what happened in January in Bridgeport with Rachel Leahy-Ross doing a lot to save Eric Huss, the hockey player. As the Black Knights will get back to work here. You understand how hard it is to treat young people who are just on the go all the time. It can be very, very challenging for all involved. That's why the ATCs do such a great job here at the Academy. As Allie Ryan just makes sure there that Gold is all right. So Army kicks it into touch. Should be a line out coming up, as it will be. Andrew Bardak ready to toss it back in. Leading up to this game, Bardak said, our team is excited for the challenge this weekend. We love that we play tough competition and believe that we are prepared. Playing on Warrior Field is always a special and emotional moment. These moments are finite. Our team's prepared to play like it's our last. They've given effort, but Life has been really good so far this evening. 24th minute. Life in front 13-3. As they've had the vast possession so far tonight. This one is kicked into the air, I think, by Panther. As Army will make the catch and just try to go forward with it again. This is not the Southern Hemisphere. There's no fifth tackle. Just keep going, and this one is blocked away again. Army want to get rid of it, want to get upfield. Remember the last time that they were trying to kick this much over the course of a 15s game. Mosconi finally gets it out of there, and he'll just kick it away. You notice he was using your foot. You can't use your hands in the ruck, and this one will be knocked ahead. Well, Pantor can't say that he lost it in the sky. It's totally dark right now. There are almost no clouds. It is beautiful, otherwise clear sky here. 25 minutes in, Army just trying to get the wheels back into business here.
Come on now.
Benji's up.
Go Black.
Important scrum here. Army's trying to generate some momentum. They have not really done that so far today. Haley was able to convert that penalty kick, but outside of that, they have not had much time down in front of the life sticks so far.
Here we go, Pat. Army's up. Go, boys.
It's fished out of the pile as Army get back to work quickly. Haley, this one's knocked ahead though. But it looks like advantage is given for the moment, and this kick is blocked back to the sideline.
Nice job, Johnny.
And I think the referee will go back to where the knock-on was. That's what advantage is. But it looks like he's not going to here.
Ice in the head, Black. Ice in the head, Black.
Line out coming up here as Adam Chadwick gets ready to toss this one back in. Everybody's moving all at once, and it's intercepted. As trying to bring it back in is Dom Tianga for Army. He gets to the life 10. But life will come up with it instead. Chadwick found it. More bodies hitting the floor without the help of Drowning Pool. The Running Eagles not running away from Army tonight. Kicked a mile high.
Nice job, Ben. Nice job, Ben.
It goes off of Haley, who I think lost it in the sky too. Sometimes that sky is too dark. You really do lose it. Waiting for that ball to come down can feel like an eternity, especially if you're all by yourself. The Black Knights are able to get rid of it. It goes off of Pantor, but because he didn't use his hands, he can still pick it up. He gets rid of it down the far side. Looks like it went straight out, so Army will get set here in the attacking half. Has not been pretty the last several minutes, but Life still in front by 10. Check out the official online store of Army West Point. You can browse a complete selection of officially licensed apparel and merchandise by visiting shop.goarmysports.com. Again, shop.goarmysports.com. Lots of movement, but this is not football. You cannot have Randy Crystal pop up and say false start ability, but the center. Army will get across the 10 again and see if they can maintain possession. Can they be quick here? Can they be decisive? Nice one-handed grab by Gould. He'll carry himself forward, finally taken down by Timamani and Rodriguez. Booted on the ground, kept alive though, as Bollinger was able to navigate it. Wait a second, we've got a whistle. They say this was knocked ahead. Gabe Mitchney, I thought, had made the catch. But it'll be Army with a scrum here inside the 22. The Black Knights are suddenly in business. And it almost feels like a must score right now with how much territorial dominance and possession Life has had. If Army is to convert a try here and be down just 3 at the half with how this game has flowed, that will feel like a win on some level. Tian Mosconi with a quarter activates the mechanical bull. It squirts out. Oglesby wants to run, has some room, tries to keep going, tries to belly crawl. They're pretty good at that around here. Haley. Back it came as Army. Backward steps, part of the process in rugby. Army saying life not releasing. The referee's got a really good look at that. More good tackling by Life. And now we've got a whistle. It looks like this one will go against Army. Holding onto the ball, it looks like. So a big break for Life as Army, for the first time all evening, appear to have the tanks rolling without any trouble. Bradley Crane, whose foot has been golden tonight, has 8 points. That's a warning shot. He's telling me to be quiet. I was watching the ball. I hope that our guys in the truck got that ball coming to the camera, because that was beautiful. Chadwick will get ready to toss this one back in for Life. Lots of yelling and screaming right now. The Running Eagles able to pull it down to maintain possession. It's a slow go, but it's a go nonetheless. I'm sure the Life contingent says this feels like traffic heading into Atlanta, but that's okay. Haley comes up, was committed in the air. He is fouled, and it looks like there'll be somebody for Life being penalized here. It might have been Rodriguez, who had come in as Haley was trying to go Aussie rule style to pull that one down. Did Rodriguez bump into Mosconi there? This one's coming in. And it's bounced off the railing again. I love this place because you can hear everything, and I mean everything, but you also have to have your wits about you. This is not the rugby venue in college rugby where you ought to be caught on your cell phone texting somebody and the ball is coming in. Army trying to continue to push, and it'll be kicked away this time by Mosconi. The catch is made, but the tackle is immediate. And because the catch was not made inside the 22, it could not be taken for a mark. This will be kicked away again, as this one bounces behind me. As a young man who is working with our crew makes a nice catch, I did not see if he caught it behind me on the fly or on the rebound, but either way, because it's a rebound, he's qualified to shag balls at Fenway. I didn't realize that Life had potential candidates for field artillery among us. I suspect that was Crane that lobbed it up here again. He's been good tonight. Good troop movement here for Army as they are able to negotiate the line out. Quick inside disposals. They try to move again. Haley. Long pass. It is picked off and kicked. No, wait a second. Wait a minute. Knock-on's going to be called. The question is it an intentional one? Referee wants to have a conversation. No, he doesn't, pardon me. This was almost a try the other way.
Let's go, Black!
It was Gabe Mishnaya who almost had the bacon stolen from Army. And if we gotten hash browns with it, we would have opened a Waffle House down in the Army in-goal area had he gone the distance. This one is kicked in a touch. It'll be an Army line out between the trees. I did not believe a card was given. That was not an intentional knock-on ruled by the official. He was definitely trying to pick it off and score there. I think that might have been a saving grace for Michnaya. So a big lineup for Army inside the Life 22. They've not been here much this evening. It is spilled, but regathered. No knock-on. Play continues. Ben Richards getting involved as Army trying to go station to station right now. And the referee finds favor with Life as Army's whistled again for not releasing the ball. You can buy single game tickets for Army hockey as well as many plans and group tickets. Visit GoArmyWestPoint.com/tickets for more details and to make purchases. I'm ducking for cover right now, because Bradley Crane has been very good with that foot tonight. Keep in mind that Army West Point athletes are not just cadet athletes, but also Warrior scholars. Army represents Warrior, and West Point represents Scholar. To separate them would take away the purpose of the U.S. Military Academy. They come together as one to outsmart the enemy. Army team trying to get the fans back into the game here. Similar to what you hear at Mikey Stadium during third down and short. And we have a whistle. Pulling down the maul, I believe, is the call here. And it's going to go against Army. So Crane's going to kick this one away again. Gets it a long way downfield. I'm just glad he wasn't aiming for us. So with 4 minutes left in the opening half, Life is moving the ball again. The athletic department of the U.S. Military Academy has its own Twitter account. Follow Go Army West Point for the latest information on Black Knight teams, as well as highlights and content you won't find anywhere else. Again, Go Army West Point on Twitter. Yep, that account's been pretty busy the last few days. Running Eagles get control of it as Kramlich tries to go forward. Ultimately, wedged off now. Dug out by Zephodium, but it's intercepted as Army will try to scurry free. Some good running there, but a good tackle at the 10. Yells for offsides calls have been ignored, I believe, by both sides. Look like a shuttle car at Grand Central Station emptying. It comes down to Oglesby. He's got a chance. Down the left side, Oglesby. Blinks left, turns right. And he is hauled down from behind by Vassell. That would have been a try-saving tackle, but it comes down for Gold. Gold getting towards the 5. He's at least 10 in, if not closer. Wedge back down. Younga tries to get free again. Army warming to the task as the conductor's baton is now moving at a tempo akin to Vivace. Army trying to generate some momentum here at the end of the first half. They have not had any chances like this evening. Life has played a solid game at both ends. 2 minutes left. Since we're not at Mikey, the clock doesn't stop. Down goes Gould. The pushing continues. More bumper cars. 100 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Quickly it comes. I think a good decision by Gould to go inside there. We have a whistle. And not rolling away. Quick restart. Army trying to get it quickly. Mosconi's involved. No signal yet. They are close, but not close enough. Looking for a way to second. This one will be against life once more. We saw a penalty try last night during the Army-Navy women's game. I don't think we're in that territory yet, but we are in the 5 minute play here in the opening half. Army in the dark, looking for a key under the mat to let itself in. This is almost a must score now as Tianga looks around. Does he do it himself? Yes! And Mount St. Anderson erupts. Army is back in the game at the end of the first half. And it looks like Tianga might have bloodied his nose on the way in. This is rugby's equivalent of a quarterback sneak as Tianga accepts a dangerous mission and takes it himself. So now we've got one final kick here at the end of the first half, unless the referee believes that a kickoff is necessary. Johnny Haley will come in. He made a penalty kick from a similar distance earlier. That one is through. And I'm looking around to see if there's more here in the first half. It does not appear to me. It is time for tea. High tea. Army back in the match, but life has played a solid first half here. The Running Eagles from Georgia will take a 13-10 lead into intermission. We will have the second half of this wonderful game of rugby for you in just a few minutes. You're watching Night Vision on the Army West Point Athletics YouTube channel.
Attention veterans. You can shop tax-free for life. Come home to your military exchanges for tax-free shopping, exclusive pricing, and free shipping options. 100% of earnings go back to military communities, keeping today's military ready and resilient. You served. You sacrificed. You earned this benefit. Visit shopmyexchange.com/vets to shop and save today.
He may not turn out to be a black belt or play Carnegie Hall.
He'll take the chicken fingers.
But with the money you earn from your PenFed checking and savings accounts,
He's growing up. Look at him.
your goal of supporting his dreams will always be worth it.
I got it.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah, my neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Meet the Chevy CR2 family. They'll never let you down. With features like DSS.
your seatbelts. Fasten them in tight. Army, with the last score before halftime, now trails Life 13-10. The Black Knights will kick off to start the second half. Air Force is next week. Navy the week after. The Black Knights trying to find their game and regather their confidence out of what are very much the two biggest games of the season. Life has shown why rugby is life at Life University. They have done a lot of things well tonight as the Black Knights will get ready to just get rid of this one and start things off again. They'll go along with it as Life will just try to go back to work and stay to their game, which has been very powerful and very quick tonight. And this one looks like it's going against Life right off the hop. Knock on is whistled.
Let's see some, Trey. Let's see some.
Quick note for Army sports going on right now at Gillis Fieldhouse. Army playing Colgate. Colgate as one of the last couple of Patriot League titles. In first place, Army a game back starting tonight. Army has won the first set over Colgate. So if we get a final score, that one will pass it along to you. But that's what's airing right now elsewhere. The ball is found. The contact continues. Haley, a miscommunication, but it is backed up by Bartlett. He'll try to drive forward. The pushing continues. They must release. When you go to the ground, you got to place it to the side. Haley tries to pooch it, but we've got a whistle. Looks like somebody might have been offsides. So Army gets a reprieve here. A penalty kick would tie the game. That's 3. It's just like a field goal in American football. Haley's going to try to kick this one downfield and set up a line out near the in-goal area. We'll see where they spot it. And there's much rejoicing in the gallery. With the few opportunities Army has had down here tonight, this almost feels like a must score. But they've gotten better with every single second off the clock tonight. The hard part is over. Now can they get it in? The belly crawling continues to the 5. Again, this is not American football. There's no fourth down. Just maintain possession and don't commit any infringements or penalties. Benji Kemp tries to find the door, but he can't find the handle. Distributed to Haley. Haley will kick it on the ground. It got blocked. Army, though, able to recover. Wait a second. And now the referee wants to have a conversation with somebody, I think, for Life. Looks like it's Ishmael Sefodian. It's never good when there are multiple people and somebody has been booked. It looks like Tristan Hupsch will be sent off, at least for the moment. So Army will set up shop at the 5. The door is now wide open for Army to take the lead here for the first time tonight. And Dom Tianga now looks like the Phantom of the Opera. He must have had a bloody nose or something when he scored that try at the end of the first half. Army is close. No signal for the man in blue yet. The pushing continues. Wedge back out. No signal yet. No simply means not yet. waiting with bated breath the entire 109.96. Army has to be careful it's not held here. As trying it a long way home, it's gold! Army leads for the first time tonight. Patience is not something that is normally acquired easily here at West Point, where everything is on the go all the time. But Army, patient, with life a man down, the Black Knights have taken a 15-13 lead on a try from it close by Nate Gold. So now Haley will come in and try to make this a 4-point game. Johnny come lately, cannot miss. Johnny Haley puts that one through. He has now scored 7 points tonight. Gold and Tianga with the tries for Army, as the Black Knights are now up by 4. Place your deposit now for new season tickets for Army West Point basketball. If you've already done so, then a ticket rep will reach out for final payments and seat selection shortly. Visit GoArmyWestPoint.com/tickets for more information. To renew your season tickets, please call 1-877-849-2769. We'll see how life changes its approach with a player short for the moment. They might not have to change much, as calling his own number is Crane. Bollinger tries to go through, but he can't. Quick offload as Army is paying extra attention right now. Best, Leon Best, had a lot to do with that try that we believe that was scored by Carrion, as Army think they've got the ball, but wait a second, wait a minute. Simamani has to come back. It was a knock-on. Otherwise, Life would have had the lead right back. Somebody got some fingernails on it, and it looks like we have another substitution coming in for Army. Or do we? No, we don't, not yet. Somebody was ready to come in for Army, but it's been told to turn around at least for now. The plot is about to thicken down below. Army has a scrum at their own 22. They don't need a conductor. Life is quick to try to interrupt, but Army does get the ball back to the far side as they try to switch things up here. Looks like Charles Rolick among those now into the game for Army as a second-half substitute. There's some who would say that 8 subs per game per team is too many. This game demands a lot. This one is pooched, and able to make the nice catch and try to run back with it is Vassal, but we have a whistle. And they're saying not rolling away. So an advantage was given at some point, and so Army will get the ball back. Advantage in rugby is similar to what you see in lacrosse and soccer, delayed penalty in hockey. The referee has a system restore point for your hard drive. Remember that competing as varsity athletes helps cadets learn how to win in the battlefield. Athletics instills tenacity, resilience, discipline, mental and physical toughness, and the desire to excel. Grit and perseverance are the same things that build winning platoon leaders and company commanders when cadets graduate. This is on-the-job training right now as Army is locked in a great battle with one of the big names and traditions in the sport at this level, Life University, NAIA member. But they love their rugby in Alpharetta. So line up for Army at midfield. They must handle with care like the Postal Service here. And they do so. They'll boot it away as Life will. Is it a mark in the 22? Yes, it was a clean catch. That's the important thing. If you don't catch it cleanly, play continues. So a quick tap as Life will get rid of it again. One side pushes, the other pushes back. Half hour left. Army leads Life 17-13. Air Force next week in Colorado. Navy here the following week. Call them the high holy days of the program. The Army women got the first star ever in the Star Series presented by USAA last night with a 42-22 win over Navy. Gannon Conrad is now in the game for Army. He's having work done on him. Out of your shot right now. His right thigh has now been mummified. And another whistle. Looks like not releasing the ball again on Army. Here comes Bradley Crane again with the ball. Luckily, he's not kicking it over here. With a switch of ends, he's switching targets. Now he's kicking towards the river away from us. So Life will set up here for a line-out, hoping to make up some ground here. So we talked about Allie Ryan, the team's athletic trainer for Army, as she continues to do some work on the fly here. Must be very difficult, a job like no other if you're the rugby trainer, where you're out of the field with a player as he's trying to stay in the game. As this one is bouncing around like a lacrosse ball. 28 minutes left. 17-13 Army. We've got more substitutions coming in. George Angles will come in for Army. Matt Sherman starting to move some pieces on the board. Ben Richards has departed. He won't have any points in the box score, but he did a lot of dirty work tonight. Again, it takes a village of 15, sometimes 23, to get it done. Ishmael Safodian gets ready to toss this ball into mass confusion, hoping to get it back. He does not. And it looks like Life has been whistled for collapsing the scrum. I apologize. I thought it was a straight change of possession or a penalty against Life for collapsing the scrum. It looks like they'll get 1 second chance here. So Safodian will try again. So we're talking about athletic trainers. Also want to read something I saw on Twitter earlier today from Jamie Pendergast, who's been the AD at Life for 7 years. Let's give our SIDs and game day operations staff some extra love today. A lot of really important people that make schedules like this happen. There's a laundry list of athletic events going on with Life today. And I think what she said is something that should be said for all the SIDs and game ops people out there, especially here at West Point, where especially on a football Saturday, we still have people able to put on this kind of show here for everyone involved. SIDs are very much unloved in college athletics. That's why I try to be good to all of them. And if I'm not, I apologize profusely when something goes wrong. Haley sends this all the way back. Have a retrieve to Safonian. And this one is headed right towards us, but I think it's just going to fall short as Crane definitely had us decoded. Do the Falcons need a punter? Crane's doing pretty well tonight. "14 minutes in, latter half, Army had trailed for the entire game until the try-by goal to start the second half. Bill Bolt gives direction to Andrew Bardak, who's getting ready to toss this one in. Long ball. It's torpedoed down the far side. Army maintains possession and will try to get back to work here. That's Dom Tianga, who right now, wait a second, the ball is going to come loose. It is still loose. It's kicked forward. It's a live ball. It's coming back. And Army not able to wrap up cleanly, but still permitted to try for the moment. Army wants a knock on. The referee says no. Shift it back quickly. As running and chugging is Chadwick, as Life will regain the lead in a crazy sequence of events. It all started with an imperfect pass, and it was kicked ahead. Somebody for the running Eagles ran it down, and cleaning up is Adam Chadwick, who has given his team the lead again. Bradley Crane will attempt the conversion in just a moment, as this is the finish from Chadwick. As enough space parted for him to open things up there. And more substitutions for Army, I think, as the try has been converted, and so we're waiting on the conversion right now. I think Bill Bolt is now leaving the game for Army. Matt DeFreitas might be as well. Meanwhile, Bradley Crane says, I haven't had my story yet. He finally gets it. Life is in front 20-17. And we've still got most of the second half left, if you can believe that. So Bradley Crane, who has shown off his foot all evening, now has 10 points. Chadwick has one try. We think that Carrion got the other for Life. For Army, Johnny Haley has 7 points with his foot. Nate Gould has one try. Dom Tianga has the other. As Life will go back to work here, Army needs some solid tackling here. Needs possession, needs territory. Nice and high, as also due to the game for Army. It's Max DeLay. Haley got it towards midfield as Army will continue to push the needle. Good fake as it's brought back towards the 10. Somebody for Army protesting that maybe there was, I'm not sure if there was a punch or some contact that was close, but they were not happy about something. Army wants an offsides call. They don't get it. And so it's pushed right back now for Michnia for Life. Now it'll be boomed away. But Army in good position to go forward and kick it back. Now we're playing catch again. Except this is not at the end of Field of Dreams. Making the catch here is Gould. Haley, charge down. It is still loose. It is picked up and knocked ahead by Conrad. I think advantage has been given. And this one is kicked downfield, and they'll finally blow it dead. So I think that's the right sequence of calls there, as the referee wants to have a conversation with his assistant. And he's telling somebody for life, wait your turn, take a number. I'll get your half pound of ham cut away in just a second. Looks like a knock-on is the call. The referee is telling Chadwick and company for life, I've got it. I'm in control. I've got a whistle. And now he wants to have a conversation as he calls timeout. Yeah, that he was saying time on there. Not sure the clock ever stopped. You can now buy season tickets for Army Wrestling. NC State comes to Crystal Arena on Thursday, November 16th. Visit GorboWestPoint.com/tickets to hit the mat. These men have hit a lot of things this evening. Sifonian gets ready to put it back in, but the referee's not happy with something, and everybody backs off. And he says that Life wants another go with Army. He's just turned his back to us, but Dom Tianga truly does look like the Phantom of the Opera right now. You see him on the left side there. Either that or it's Jacques Plant's old goalie mask, the first one you really use one like that. Tianga now looking at Mosconi and telling him, keep your hand at the level of your eye. And we have a whistle. This one's going against Army. As Life is gaining ground in the scrum game right now. Crane will get ready to launch. Not quite to the parking lot, but it's in that direction. So line out right at the 22 for Life. With how well Life has managed the ball this evening, I get a sense that a 10-point margin for Army with 15, 17 minutes left might be tough to overcome, perhaps insurmountable, only because Life has just done such a great job tonight of preventing Army from making game-breaking plays. And the pile continues moving. It looks like mayhem right now. That's why they call it rugby. Sifonian looks around for help. Chadwick will drive through. And on the far side it comes. Life think they've scored again. They have. There's a happy camper at the bottom of that pile. Heads up, boy. So the Running Eagles have made it a two-possession game with 18 minutes left. And that's taken the sails quite a bit out of, taking the wind out of Army's sails quite a bit here. Dumped off at the very end, I believe, by Sean Matheson. As trying to attempt the kick here will be Bradley Crane, who has not missed it all tonight. This will be a chip shot for him. He melts that one through, and Life is up 27-17 with 17 minutes remaining. I'm I'm looking at the replay on my own computer, and I believe that Matt Carrion has his second try of the night for life. His position is number 8 because he wears number 8. Army hasn't played poorly, but they've not had the ball as much as they would like. Life has definitely done a good job of limiting its ball handling mistakes. Team that takes care of the ball normally wins. It takes great individual efforts and big plays to overcome whatever ball handling is had. Here's a charge down, and somebody for Army may have been obstructed and tripped up. We've got a whistle, as it looks like it'll be touched down back in the in-goal area. I thought for a second somebody for Army might have had an opportunity to go claim that for what would have been a try to get back into the game once more. What have we here? Able to get the block out of the charge down was Elijah Manges. And he might have also been tripped up as he tried to pursue that ball. No call. And so a dropout coming up now for Crane. Get some good distance as Army must regroup at midfield. It comes down to the near side as Army looking to get close again. Gannon Conrad trying to will himself into that in-goal area, but he's still 22 away and then some. Army is decisive with their passes right now, but they need to be quicker. Conrad looks to barge his way through. Haley. Mosconi. He's tackled. Army has 15 minutes to come up with 10 points. It can be done. And this one will be knocked ahead. All was going well in the kitchen until the souffle went flat because somebody dropped a bowl. Not sure what that was, but Mosconi was testing his arm for right field. Army fans shouldn't have to work hard to find other Army fans. You can use Facebook to connect with fellow supporters of the Black Knights while keeping update with athletic events on post. Check it out at Go Army West Point. Again, Go Army West Point on Facebook. Again, I somehow think that site was pretty busy in the last few days. Safodian tosses it in there, hoping to get it back. Life continues to move the scrum well. Safodian will distribute now. It comes to Simamani, who gets it down the near side. Haley rushing back to get it, and he's able to kick it out of bounds before Life could get potentially the knockout blow try that they are seeking. So the assistant acts as a weather vane right now. Chadwick will come in and toss this one back in. It's at the Army 5. Army cannot allow Life to score here. The game is probably over. And rushing out of the shadows is Chadwick. All of a sudden, he magically appeared. As Life looks like they've salted this one away, unless something truly unforeseen happens here. Adam Chadwick gets his second try of the game. I just saw the replay again. I had both eyes looking at him. I still didn't find him until he was in the in-goal area. Adam Chadwick gives Life a 15-point lead for now. Well, the way that Crane has played tonight, you'd expect him to make this one, but this might be one of the toughest kicks he's had this evening. He has not missed. 3 for 3 on conversions, 2 for 2 on penalty kicks. guess what? Bradley Crane is human after all. He still has 12 points on the night. Even without the kick, it is now a 3-possession game. This is not American football. You can't go for 2. Army needs 2 tries, 2 conversions, and then something else. Mosconi takes a deep breath. And coming down with it is Charlie Overton. Life taking its time here out of the ruck. Safodian kicks it high into the air, and it's going to wander out of bounds. The door is locked. Can Army pick it?
Hey, Army's up! Here we go, boys!
A line out that is vital to Army's success to get back on the comeback trail here. Haley fakes left, gets hit hard. Play continues. It looks like he's okay. And they're going to whistle life for not rolling away. Here's the question right now for Army. They need something else besides the 2 tries. Can they kick here? I have not seen a signal for a penalty, so I guess the answer is no. And I think Haley might have just hit the back of the bus. No, this is not Sonic the Hedgehog. You don't get bonus points for hitting it. If you don't have to remember the video game, thank you. You're as old as I am.
Here we go, Black! Let's go, Army!
Army almost has to score this possession. I think they do have to score this possession. They probably have to get it in the next minute or so to give themselves a realistic chance here to see if they can come all the way back at the very end here. They are pushing hard. They continue to drive.
Collapsing yet!
About 5 away. Thunderous collisions involving shoulders. And it's Dylan Liskey still in the game, trying to get in there for Army. You can see everybody huffing and puffing right now. It comes to Gould, but he's wrapped up well. I think that's Darius Law getting him. Back to 5 away. Charles Rawling trying to give some support there, and we've got a whistle. And this one will be against Army. Might have had an obstruction call there. And somehow I think the window for Army is starting to close. Crane gets rid of it. He's been a big part of his team's success tonight.
Here we go, boys! All line out, boys!
Momentum continues to build for the Mikey Stadium Preservation Project. All the suites in the proposed East stands have been sold, as well as most of the loge boxes. The Army West Point Athletic Association will have an update on the project after this football season, with an anticipated target opening for the renovated stadium ahead of the 2026 season. More information, visit MikeyStadium.com. And it looks like this one was knocked ahead. The referee has to blow his whistle a little bit louder. Army gets a reprieve. But can they make it work? And make it work super fast? Is there enough liquid Schwartz in the Winnebago right now for Army? navigate that part of the equation. Now they have to go forward, but Life not having any of it. However, out of the shadows, Army will continue to press on. They're about 15 away right now. But Life will get control again. As the running Eagles will just get it downfield and make Army chase it. Haley back to get it. Fires it to Moscone, who gets rid of it downfield near side. This ball's going to roll and roll and roll. As back to get it is Crane. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Crane is arguing. Did that one come out? Did he step out? And now the referee is going to have a long discussion here. This is a pivotal call in the game right now. Any chance that Army has of getting back rides on this call. Bardak's getting ready for a line out. Let's see what happened here. It's rolling. Oh, yeah, but he definitely stepped on the line. It's hard to see what truly happened there, but he was all over the place doing the hokey pokey with that line. But Army gets a line out here. They almost have to score. Either way, I think his feet were on the line when he made contact with the ball. Army looking for a try late here. Trying to get back into the game. And they score! Was it Bardak himself? The pushing continues. Bardak has the ball there. Does he dot down there? Yes, he does. As soon as he gets himself over the goal line, plop, he goes. Now an important kick here. Haley's got to make one of these. It's long enough. Haley makes from Hawaii. Army's not dead yet. It's an 8-point game with 4 minutes left. Including the PK, he is 4 for 4 tonight. He has 9 points. Bardak with a try. Tianga with a try. Gold with a try. That adds up to 24 for Life. Adam Chadwick has 2 tries. Matt Carrion, I think, has 2 tries. And Bradley Crane has 12 points with his foot. Army, though, must secure the ball and get back upfield quickly. Life can toss it around all they want and try to drain what's left of the clock. Army needs to make a play defensively. They need to become a bunch of Bobby Bouchers from Waterboy and get that ball right now. Kristen Hupsch tries to plow forward for Life. Can't get it. Crane. This one is caught, though, I think, by Gould. Tries to get rid of it. That might have not have been the best idea as that ball flops around like a fish. Zach Crane again. He gets yanked down. And we've got a whistle. This one against Life is trying to go forward. Is Safodian again. Safodian trying to stomp out some embers here that Army has left. Long pass far side. Yes? No. 5 away. Time continues ticking away. Army must score a try before the final seconds tick down, have any chance at coming in and getting one final roll of the dice. But Life right now is milking this clock like a cow on a farm somewhere. 1:45 is left.
Here we go, boys! Burn the boat!
They keep driving and driving. Not driving Miss Daisy, but life continues on. We've got a whistle here. And it looks like a penalty has been assessed here. As everything asking for time off at $1.25 left. And now a conversation. And, well, that's not a good thing. What's in his wallet? A yellow card. And that, I think, will shut things down for Army. As Life now up a man and 8 points with the ball and $1.25 left.
Coach, we just lost on Hooker. We need a punter.
I'm trying to see who the carded player was for Army. It was Bardak. He's played well tonight, but he's going to watch this game for the sidelines at the end. Unless something extraordinary happens here, Army's going to come up short here. As Darius Law tries to get one for the road here for Life. No signal yet. Now there is. As Life has come to Anderson Rugby Complex and found a way to win. Who gets the final salvo here? Was it Chadwick again? If it was, then that's his third. But Life has had a very powerful effort. Power and grace and speed all around tonight. The effort for Army is not a bad one by any stretch, but Life has come in here, put on a clinic. Crane puts one more cherry on top of the sundae, and this game is over. Life takes care of Army 39-24. Don't think anyone disputes that Army played better tonight than they did against Kutztown. But Life, we've talked about the history. No institution of higher learning with a rugby program depends more on it than Life does. They've got two that are tremendous. And the men have just come here and perhaps some would say have beaten Army at their own game with a powerful play in the scrum and the quickness of the passing tonight. The Running Eagles were certainly something else this evening. Again, if Chadwick got the last one, and that was his third of the night, I believe that Matt Carrion had 2 tries for Life, as just the powerful guys that kept coming for Life this evening to just keep Army off balance. Cannot say enough about Bradley Crane with a kicking game, as he finishes with, my math is correct, 14 points, which would make sense. Army gets a valiant game from Dom Tianga, who finishes this game looking like Phantom of the Opera after the try he scored at the end of the first half that got Army close again. As both teams as one acknowledge the fan support, they saw a great show tonight. As the Black Knights come up short against Life, they'll have Air Force in Colorado next week, and then they'll have Navy here the week after that. Does not get any easier for Army. But the good news is the effort is there. Can they find a way, though, to beat those Service Academy rivals and complete the holiest of missions? They tell me that dinner is on the table. I'll be particularly glad to get it after the display we saw from both teams this evening. For Alexis Tomasi in Athletic Communications, for Jason Guido in graphics, for Daniel Oakes in replay, For Nemsinaj in camera. For Michael McCartney, our director, and for Ryan Pandy, the assistant director for live events with Army West Point Athletics, I'm Nikolai Busko. You've been watching Night Vision on the Army West Point Athletic YouTube channel, whether you're around the corner or elsewhere around the world. Thanks for joining us for a great night of rugby. We'll see you next time.